when Deron asked us what title we should use for this evening, he gave us several suggestions. One of them was Wade in the Water, and we both said, yes, of course, that's the one. And I'd like to know, Kent, why you think it's such a good song.
Well, Mary, I've always loved spirituals, and I think Wade in the Water is one of my more favorite spirituals. It plays well, it's easy to sing on an instrument, it's really easy has 2 chords, and it's very easy to play with it and to improvise. It's also, the words in the melody are just very inviting to me. And it's also a liberation song. Not only is it talking about the Israelites being liberated, but because it was an African-American spiritual, they were also talking about their own liberation and being liberated from their own Moses, Harriet Tubman.
Because when they waded in the water, the scent was lost for the dogs.
Exactly.
So it was a code song, wasn't it?
Right. And as an elementary music teacher, there are many African-American spirituals that are in our music textbooks. And I'm just very pleased with that because they're a very important part of our U.S. history as well, too.
Mm-hmm. It has a strange refrain that we'll sing many times. God's gonna trouble the water. That comes from John 5 from the King James Version. God's gonna trouble the water. It's been changed in the newer versions to stir up the water, but that doesn't fit quite as well. We'll sing God's gonna trouble the water. And there was in the King James Version, there were several verses that said an angel came down to a pool where invalids were lying around. And when the angel came down, there was healing that took place for the first person who got in. And Jesus came and healed. So this is a healing song. But there's so many other kinds. I like the piece also because it has so much repetition. I can remember back in 40 years ago when we didn't like to repeat. In my church, we often didn't sing all the refrain every time after a gospel song because that's maybe vain repetition. And so the leader might say, we'll sing the refrain after the first and last stanzas. We wanted it full of words. Well, I've discovered in these intervening 40 years how important it is to have time to reflect on what the wordiness is, what the words are about. And the repetition of music is always important. I think it invites you, if you would feel like it, if you would like to, you can add things to the refrain that we'll sing over and over again. So, this is it. 446.
back. Well, they come a long way and they ain't turning back. See those people dressed in blue. Well, they're looking like my people who were coming through. I said, wait. I said, wait. See those are people who were dressed in red. Well, it must have been the children that Moses led. I said, wait. I said, wait. Some say you're Peter and some say Paul. Well, there ain't a but one God who made them all. That's why I wait. That's why I wait. That is why I